welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, today we are going to be doing a vlog. Don't worry, I'm not going to be in this situation the entire time, but I just wanted to kind of introduce and explain what this vlog was going to be about. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, or if you've seen for any of my 2019 goals, you know that one of my big goals for this year was to move. I actually have been living in my current apartment since May of 2015, so at this point, almost 4 years. It's currently February 10th, so I'm like 3 months shy of living 4 years in this apartment, which is crazy. This is the longest place that I have lived, like one consecutive apartment, since like I was in high school. So this is kind of a big move for me. This particular apartment feels like home. I actually love this apartment. I'm gonna give you guys a tour, don't worry. I actually love this apartment, but now that I am more stable in France, I need a little bit more space. I need a place that I can really decorate the way that I want to. So I have found an apartment. I'm actually gonna be moving in next week. So like I mentioned, it is February 10th. I am supposed to be signing the lease and getting the keys on Tuesday, and I'm gonna be moving into the new place on Wednesday, furniture delivery on Friday. Like, it's kind of a whirlwind. So since I'm going to be starting to pack up, I thought it would be kind of fun, since I had shown you guys how I was planning in my bullet journal, you know, keeping everything so that my head doesn't explode. I thought it would be kind of fun to show you guys parts of my moving process. I definitely won't be able to show you guys everything, but I figured I could do a little bit. So this vlog, I am gonna give you guys a quick little tour of my apartment. It will be quick. I literally live in a like 30 square meter apartment. You'll see it is very tiny. And you guys are gonna see sort of all of the stuff that I've managed to cram in here over the past almost 4 years. So a little bit of background, this apartment actually is a furnished apartment. So a lot of the furniture that you're gonna see is actually going to stay here. And I've actually had to buy a lot of the furniture. So for example, the bed that's in here, the TV, the big like shelving units or whatever, those are all gonna stay. I do have a couple of things that I've purchased, mostly because of all of my bullet journaling stuff and all my notebooks. So I do have a couple of like drawers and carts and that kind of stuff that will be coming with me. But honestly, most of it is just going to be like the contents of the apartment. So my clothes and books and like all of that kind of stuff. So it's actually gonna be kind of interesting, because I'm not going to be using boxes to pack, which I know is kind of the standard thing to do. I will actually be using my suitcases and any bags I have, just because that's what I have, and it doesn't really seem like, I don't know, it seems kind of silly to get boxes when I'm just going to be like then recycling them immediately after. And I have all these perfectly good receptacles that I can throw stuff into and move with, so we're going to see how it works. So let's go ahead, let me go ahead and show you my apartment so you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. You guys just saw coming in from my front door. Now, if I'm standing right at my front door, this is kind of what you see. So I have my windows over here on the left, and you've probably seen this section over here in my Instagram pictures. It's where I've got just a bunch of stuff crammed on there. I have my oil diffuser. I've got a little like picture frame that says "Just Breathe" that I made, like hand lettered. I've got this stand over here that's actually got a lot of my cooking implements. So this whole thing will actually be coming with me. This entire corner is actually my stuff. I have been trying to make the best use of space that I can, so I got this shelving unit for a lot of my kitchen stuff. Also, this is actually my oven. My apartment does not actually come with a real oven, so I had to buy like a mini one, and it's literally like the size of a microwave. It's super tiny. Then I have my table. So this is where I do all of my work, like all my cooking, all my bullet journaling stuff, all of my teaching prep and all that. So you guys see I've got my pile of notebooks over here. I tried to clean up a little bit to do this, but let's be honest, I have piles. I've got my little kitchen towel, yeah, just decoration. I've got my wall calendar, my schedule for work. And then this is actually my kitchen. I have what they consider a kitchenette. So I basically have a 2-burner induction, like oven, stove rather, my sink, space for a drying rack. My Nespresso is right in the corner there. Then I've got a little bit of like cabinet space here. This is actually my refrigerator. Super fun and tiny. And I've got a little bit more storage space up here. And yeah, just kind of cramming everything in. Then I have Over here, I've got a bin with a bunch of like paper stuff, organizational stuff. That's where I keep my purse. This is actually a watercolor painting that my grandmother did for me, which is super cool. And this is a little thing that says Home Sweet Home. And then coming back around, whoops, you'll see a shelving unit. And over here is my door. So let me move. Okay, so then if I go from my door, you guys will see that I have my printer, Tombos, and some stuff over here. I have a shelving unit and a grocery caddy. I also have a combination of pantry and bookcase. So when I say that I've had to like make use of space, you guys can see I've crammed so much in here. I've got on top of this case is my microwave, my Kleenexes, an electric kettle, and a pepper grinder, as you do. And then over here in this corner, so I've got a little cart over here that I just have jammed full of stationery stuff. And then this is kind of my corner where I keep all of my teaching stuff. So I have my big roller, like document carrier where I keep a bunch of stuff. And then I have my teacher bag and my backpack. So I use all of these in various combinations to go to work. Whenever possible, I try to pack light. And so I try to only bring the backpack and that top bag if I can. But this is just kind of the only place that I can actually keep all of it. So that is my like kitchen area. And then coming back in here, so you guys will recognize this from when I do my vlogs. So this is actually, it looks like a sofa, but this is actually also my bed. So I add blankets at night so I can not freeze, basically. I've got this little section over here I'm using as a bookshelf. So got a little window there. So this is actually where I keep all of my clothes minus one box's worth of books. I've got, actually my table came with 4 chairs and I didn't have room around the table, so voila, I have a bedside table. And I have this little footstool that actually opens up and I can like stuff blankets and stuff in it, which is really handy. I've got my laundry basket and my lap desk over here. And then I've got, my like technology station. So I've got TV, laptop, my iPad, my little portable speaker. I've got my external charger. You can see like the cord chaos that's over there. And I got just like pieces of fabric to cover it up because I also have my internet box under there and there's a light that just like annoys me. The problem is I actually can't move this out of my bedroom, which sucks. I would really rather not have all this stuff in here, but it was just kind of the only way to make it work. Then I've got this gigantic thing over here is all of my like hanging clothes and shoes. And then we've got my bathroom. So my bathroom is over here, nothing super fancy, just like a tiny shower. I've got a sink and you can see in the mirror that I've got various storage capacity. So that is sort of the quick tour of my apartment. You guys can see that it's really not very big and that I have crammed a lot of stuff in here. So basically, my goal for today is to start packing up. Now, part of this move that's kind of, it's gonna be a little tricky is that I will actually be moving a lot of my stuff into the new apartment on Wednesday, but I don't actually have like certain basic furniture, like a bed. So that stuff is actually gonna get delivered on Friday, which means that I am most likely going to still be sleeping in my old apartment basically Wednesday night and Thursday night until like, you know, at least my mattress gets in. So one of the things that I need to do is to make sure that I at least have stuff so that I can, well, I need to be able to shower. I need a couple changes of clothes over here. I'll probably end up eating like breakfast over here, for example, which the good thing is because this is actually a furnished apartment, I do have a lot of that stuff that even if I take my stuff out, like I could still function in this apartment as long as I left like my shower stuff and my clothes, for example. So as I'm going through and packing today, that's gonna actually be kind of one of the bigger considerations. What I will end up doing is like all of my books and like work stuff and all of that kind of stuff, I will just like take over to the new apartment because, you know, during the day, for example, you know, I'm not going to be able to get the keys until Tuesday afternoon. So Tuesday evening, I might be able to take over a load or two. Wednesday, I'm going to have help. So I'm going to do the majority of my move, you know, at that point, and then leave a couple of things so I can sleep here Wednesday night. Probably I'll start, I don't know, I'll probably start cleaning either the new place and or the old place on Thursday. And so basically I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to necessarily need to have access to this stuff. And because I will have access to both apartments, if I decide like, oh, hey, I want to do some work, I'll just go over there. Now, the other downside, aside from like not having a bed, is also that I am not sure how long it's going to take for them to get my internet moved over. So the good thing is, because of the way that like this whole situation has worked, I actually still have access to my old apartment for the next couple of weeks. Like another 2 weeks or so, unless they find somebody to take over the lease, which would be awesome because that would save me some money. But if not, I do actually still have access to this apartment. Like I'm still paying rent on it basically through the end of the month, which means that if I am not going to be able to move my internet over as quickly as I had hoped, I can leave it over here, which will also mean that I might need to leave a couple of things for work. So, you know, maybe that just means my printer and my computer. I don't know. So I have to kind of figure that out. There is, however, a lot of stuff that I can pack up now and not like worry about. You know, most of my stationery stuff, the majority of my books, like, you know, I can do without a lot of this stuff, you know, over the course of like 3 or 4 days. It's not that big of a deal. It's just going to be, you know, if it's going to take 3 weeks for my internet to get set up, I'm actually going to need to do work and I'm going to need to be able to use internet for that. So I might have to leave some of that stuff here. Once I get my bed, I'll start sleeping in the other place, but you know, I'm gonna have to kind of juggle that. So my goal for today is to start going through some stuff. I actually think I might also start going through some of my papers. I've been putting it off and they are heavy. Like, yeah, papers are heavy and there's a lot of them and I probably don't need to do. So because I also have Monday and Tuesday morning to like kind of keep packing, and because I don't really have like as much stuff, if I had, you know, if all of this was mine basically, I think I might take a couple of hours today and just start going through some papers so that hopefully I can chuck them. You know, I want to start scanning stuff, so hopefully I can throw away some of those papers and not have to carry that over, because that would save us a lot of weight when we're trying to go through stuff. So to really just take the stuff I'm going through, and as I'm packing, if there's anything that comes up that I'm like, I don't need this, I'm gonna use the opportunity to basically start getting rid of stuff. So yeah, I am gonna try and give you guys a little bit of time lapse of what I'm doing. We'll see how it actually goes. As you can see, I'm kind of working in confined spaces, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work, just in terms of setting up a tripod with a camera while I'm actually working on stuff, but I will do my best. So I have been packing for, I don't even know how long at this point. It's probably been about an hour, and I'm honestly kind of running out of space to put stuff. So I thought I would go ahead and give you guys a quick update on like what actually has been packed. So let's take a look. So if you guys saw, I started in my bedroom. I have basically gone through all of my shelves here. I do have one drawer, so I have enough clothes to kind of get me through the next couple of days there, as well as, you know, like undergarments and all that kind of fun stuff. I have packed up everything, so I actually have one other suitcase, but it's rather small, so I haven't pulled it out yet, but basically packed what I could in here. I have basically pulled out everything else from my closet. These are all the shoes I need to pack up, and I'm honestly like, I'm not sure if I want to keep the shoe boxes because, as you guys could kind of see in here, this is like a big, huge open space, and the easiest way for me to organize my shoes was to just keep them in the shoe boxes and like rotate them out by season. I'm hoping that I'm going to have a different setup in my new apartment, so like maybe I should just go ahead and throw away the shoe boxes now, but I'm just not sure. So I do have a couple of pairs of shoes. I have a pair of sneakers for moving, and I have a pair of like rain boots / normal boots just for like going out and about because it has been rainy recently, so I want to make sure I have both of those. I've got my one winter coat. I'm packing up the second one, and I have my robe in case I get cold. And I do still have to go through some stuff up here. Some of it's mine, some of it's gonna stay, but I need to kind of take a look. So I do have the stuff that's on here. Whoops, there we go. I do have the stuff that's on here. And as you can see, I've actually been using like purses and tote bags and that kind of stuff to pack. So I'm gonna work on that, but let's go in. So I started, whoops. So I started taking stuff out of here. This is basically either things that were weird shaped and I wasn't sure how to pack them, and stuff that I might actually be using in the next couple of days, so I don't want to pack immediately. But I got the bottom two drawer or like shelves done, and I also cleared out this. So it might have been kind of hard to see, but so this is actually where I keep all of my like pen pal stuff. So letters I've received, and then like note cards and stuff for me to do. This middle drawer was full of teaching stuff, and then the bottom drawer was my like notebook drawer. So as you can see, all of these are completely empty. I also, well, let's see. So I have this line of bags over here. I did start packing up some like pantry stuff. I had a 5-kilo bag of rice that I put in the bottom of this, and then just filled it up with stuff that I was like, I'm probably not going to use it in the next couple of days. As you can see, I'm kind of at a point where I need to figure out how I can store stuff so I can kind of keep packing, because I do have more bags I can use, but I don't necessarily have like space. And certain things, like for example, my tripods and lighting, like they're just gonna kind of go as is. I need to figure out how to package up this stuff so that it doesn't break. But yeah, that is just, actually, yeah, it was just about an hour of packing, and like this is kind of the damage. So as you guys can see, honestly, like I'm motivated to pack. It's really gonna be space constraints, but what I realized is I have emptied out my closet, so I'm gonna work on moving some of my suitcases into my closet so I have more floor space so that I can keep packing, because honestly, the more I do now, the easier it's gonna be for me, because you know, if I wanna take a load up, then I've got stuff ready to go, and then on Tuesday when my friends come to help me, or no, on Wednesday when my friends come to help me, I will have like most of this stuff done. Like I will at some point run out of bags and that sort of thing, but at least while I have them, I wanna kind of keep going, because there's definitely a ton of stuff in here that over the next like 3 or 4 days I don't really need access to. Like I can go ahead and just pack it up and get it over with. So yeah, I will work on that. I don't know if I'll time lapse much more for you guys today. I honestly don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see in the footage I've already done. I'm gonna have to go through and see in editing. Well, you're gonna have already seen this. So yeah, that is the progress after about an hour. Hey guys, so I have been working on packing for the last sort of day and a half, so I really did a lot. The first day, I think I did like 4.5 hours of packing, and then yesterday I ended up doing a little bit, but I'm actually kind of at a point where I really need to take stuff to the new apartment before I can continue, which hopefully is actually going to happen this afternoon. So let's take a look and see sort of the state of affairs. Okay, so if you've ever seen on some of my Instagram stories, you'll know that I used to have, well, I still have my fairy lights. I've still got to take those down, but I used to have a bunch of like postcards and like hanging tea towels on the wall. Those are all down. I've cleared off a lot of this space here. I have these 3 big pieces plus this actual tray, but everything else, like that's all packed up and ready to go. This I need to deal with, that I'm waiting for a bag to come back. This, all of my like filming equipment is actually kind of already packed up. I've even cleared out basically everything in my kitchen. Like this is all stuff that stays in the apartment, as is all of this stuff. Don't mind my dirty dishes, have to do them from breakfast. This stuff is all mine, but I'm still using it, so I'm leaving it here for now, as well as my Nespresso and like cleaning supplies. Also, I have a whole bunch of lemons, so I can make like lemon mint tea and stuff, which is actually amazing. Anyway, side note, so this over here, I have to, you know, pack up this stuff, pack up my printer and stuff, but everything else on here is actually mostly in sort of a packed situation. I have 1 shelf worth of stuff that's like the food I'm actually eating and cooking and all of that while I'm still here. And I have a couple of glass things. So a French press, teapot, and a mug that I need to bring back empty boxes to wrap those up carefully. These are all packed up, but this stuff is stuff that I either don't have a place to pack or that I'm currently using. So like my morning pages, my some lines a day. The rest of this actually could probably get packed up. I just kind of left it out. This is basically going to go up as it is. So in my bedroom, these are boxes for things, lights in my Nespresso, I still have to deal with those. That's actually for my internet boxes. So this is a little messy, whoops. So I have this pile of stuff that's all packed up here. So aside from this box and the stuff in here, this entire thing is empty. These are just the clothes that I'm kind of living out of while I'm actually in the moving process. Then this is sort of my technology station. I'm still using a lot of this stuff, and actually the table itself and the TV are gonna stay, so there's not really anything I can do about that. So this is actually kind of a big project. So the top 3 like shelves here, this is all stuff that actually stays in the apartment, and as you can see, it's just all up there. And then I've basically got packed stuff here, and then this is essentially all of my like bathroom stuff that I'm using for right now, in addition to like cleaning supplies and of course what is actually in my shower, and like hand soap. But basically everything else is completely empty. So it's getting there. Oh my gosh, I am not good at this like holding while I film, so I apologize for any weird angles. But yeah, so that's kind of where it's going. It's definitely getting there. I'm hoping today to be able to take a couple of loads over, and then, so today is Tuesday the 11th, 12th, it's the 12th. So today is Tuesday the 12th. I am going to hopefully take a load over and like start bringing stuff over, and then tomorrow on Wednesday I'm gonna do kind of most of the moving. So we'll see how that goes. It's like, it kind of seems like a lot because it's just sort of all over my apartment, but it's actually mostly in like bag form, just because we have to walk up 5 flights of stairs. So like I didn't want to have anything that was going to be super weird and like big to hold. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted. I'm not sure how much of the actual moving I'll be able to vlog, we'll see. But yeah, it's feeling really weird in here. Like the walls haven't been this empty probably since the first week I moved in, like almost 4 years ago, which is super weird. So there's your update. I'll see you in the next bit. Hey guys, so I am in my brand new apartment. I just finished signing the lease this afternoon, and I actually have brought over 1 load of stuff because I can literally walk, it's 5 minutes away, as well as cleaning stuff. And I've just spent the last hour cleaning stuff up while it's like completely empty basically. And of course I forgot to bring my camera, so apologies, I'm gonna have to just insert a clip from my phone. But I want to take you on a quick everything being moved in tour so you guys can kind of see what everything looks like. So if I stand at my front door, I see a bunch of doorways here. So basically on the left is my living room, there's a closet, bathroom, the toilet, and my bedroom. I also have a coat rack over here. So first up, on the right, we have my bedroom. I have this gorgeous old marble fireplace that obviously I cannot use, But this is going to be my like little happy place. I'm gonna put my candles up here. I wanna put my fairy lights up. I've got a shelving unit built in for various things. Not sure how I'm gonna organize yet. I have a nice little view onto an internal courtyard, so it's actually like super calm. I've got this massive storage system that's gonna go up and over the bed, which is amazing. So I've all the drawers and stuff are open because I was cleaning. I just am not tall enough to reach this top level. That's why they're closed. I need to get a step ladder in order to do that. Got little bed lamps or whatever. Then over here I got a full length mirror, which is kind of cool. I've never had one of those, at least not in a long time. I have a closet over here, so put big stuff up there, and then hanging clothes over here. I've got my toilet, because in France we do them separately. Do not yet have my toilet brush. As soon as I do, cleaning that, because ew. Then, oopsie daisy, got my bathroom. So I've got towel hangers. They have to actually send in a plumber to fix my shower head and the shower door, which thankfully I still have my old apartment for a while, so I can just shower over there. Step to get up in there casually. Got the rest of my bathroom over here, so nice little mirror. Gets tons of awesome natural light, which I'm super excited about. And there's also curtains so that I don't have any peepers while I'm showering. And washing machine, literally so freaking excited about this because that means I am done with the laundromat life. Cannot even tell you. Anyway, moving on. So now I've got my living room. So this living room, I'm getting some lamps because there's no overhead light, so I actually can't turn any lights on. But I have, you can see where the old fireplace used to be in here, but they took down the mantle. So I'm gonna try and split this into an office and like a sitting area. So have furniture coming on Friday. Then I've got my kitchen and dining nook. So I'm gonna have a dining room table in here because I really wanna be able to host dinner parties. I think that would be so much fun. I used to do it when I had a bigger apartment, but I haven't been able to for a while. Then we have my kitchen. You can see my cleaning supplies that I brought over, and then bags that are mostly empty. This one's actually full of like towels so that I can protect my glassware, because I'm gonna go back and bring back another load. So I've got my kitchen, tons of cabinet space. Weirdly, there's only one drawer. So there's only one drawer in the entire kitchen, and it's right here. And it's huge, but like when I'm cooking, I need knives on the other side. But like silverware and stuff, I don't really care about. That could stay over here for sure. So I'm gonna have to like figure out how I wanna do that. But there's a ton of like cabinet space, so I feel like we can make it work. Then one of the other things I'm super excited about is I actually have a real freezer and fridge. Oh my gosh, I am gonna be able to buy like frozen vegetables and frozen meat to have on hand. I'm gonna be able to have ice cream in the summer. Like, I'm super excited. And I have a real 4-burner stove and oven, which if you saw my old place, I had a 2-burner stove and what amounted to a toaster oven on crack, which like it got the job done, but like, oh my gosh, I can use normal size pans. And a little more storage, got a really nice countertop. Like guys, I can't even tell you how excited I am for this countertop and the fact that I have a bar, like, oh my gosh. So that's the tour. I'll definitely give you guys some updates as I go, but I thought I should show you. Oh wait, I forgot. I have a balcony. Oh gosh, come on. Which looks out on the palace. Like, look at my view. Like, what the heck? Hey guys, so it is just after 9 a.m. on Wednesday, which is February 13th, we'll go with that. So I actually got so much done yesterday. Let me kind of back up and tell you. So I had my meeting to get renter's insurance at noon, and then I had my meeting to sign my lease at 2:30. I also had a meeting at 3:30 for my internet, but I ended up having to cancel it because the like checking into my apartment and all of that took a little longer than I expected. Honestly, it's been almost 4 years since I've moved, so I just like forgot how long it would actually take. So we finished up with everything around 4 o'clock, had the keys to my new apartment and everything. And so I started moving. So I actually brought some cleaning supplies and a first load of stuff. and I stayed for about an hour listening to a podcast and just like cleaned the apartment while it was super empty. And then I came back and forth. I did 2 more trips by myself. I also was trying to find a stepladder because the smoke detector battery is bad, and the ceilings are really tall in my new apartment, which is amazing. I love like the shadow in the background here. You're gonna see everything. Anyway, so the ceilings are really tall, which is amazing, except that if I don't have a stepladder, I can reach nothing. Like I'm not that tall. So I went into like 3 stores last night. Not a single one had a stepladder that was gonna be tall enough. I found one that was like, sorry, my arm's getting tired. I found one that was like a 2-stepper, but it was maybe like 1.5 feet tall, like definitely not tall enough to get up to my ceilings. So I ended up coming home and having some dinner, and then a couple of friends of mine came to help me move. So it was one of my friends, she actually kind of hurt her back, so she couldn't carry a lot of heavy stuff, but she like kept the lights on for us and like all of that, so it was amazing. And then 2 other friends, one of whom had a car, which was amazing. Like even though I'm 5 minutes away, just being able to carry a bunch of loads of stuff at once just saved so much time, and having 3 of us that could actually carry stuff up was amazing. So we actually did 2 loads in the car. I think they came at like 7:20 last night, and we did the 2 loads and got everything up, and we finished at like 8:50. So I actually was back home at like 9 o'clock and just kind of working on stuff. So let me go ahead and show you kind of the damage that we did in terms of moving last night while I'm still here in my old apartment, and then I'm gonna take you over and show you the new apartment. So I'm back at my front door, and as you can see, it looks very different. So we actually got all of my big quote-unquote furniture out. So the metal thing that was over here is gone. I've taken all of the stuff off my walls except for my hand towel for the kitchen, because obviously I still kind of need that. That entire like pile of bags is gone, and I was able to pull out my filming stuff and my fan. This is actually to go down to the trash. Then over here we moved that big like cabinet thing that was here, so I was able to put, after we moved out other stuff, I was able to clear stuff off my table, because like they unloaded everything and just put it on my table. So last night I was able to move it all back. So I have this pile of stuff here that has to go. I've still got some stuff in here. This was kind of stuff that we couldn't quite fit in the car. So I'm gonna move what I can today, but so these are the notebooks that I'm kind of using, and honestly, like I really just need probably these 2. So my lines a day and my morning pages, and even then I could probably move them over and like be fine. And then this is food that I am holding out, but like hopefully everything else is gonna get moved. These 2 things are mine that have to get moved at some point, but this is actually staying here, as is this gigantic red thing. I have these 2 bags, which I think actually this morning, so I'm like gonna go over in a couple of minutes, and I think what I'm gonna do is take these 2 bags plus this backpack, and then I've got my purse and my camera. You will see I have my ibuprofen because I'm so sore from going up and down like 5 flights of stairs. So I'm gonna take over a load this morning, and I think this will be like enough. So that'll clear that out a little bit. These are actually all empty bags so that I can try and not carry like boxes and stuff. I want to try and see what I can fit in bags. This, just to kind of get it out of the way, was just the easiest way to do it in these boxes, so we'll see. Then in here, kind of chaotic. So let's take a look in the bathroom first. So I'm letting my washcloth like fully dry out so that I can just bring it over and throw it in the washer. So this, I think I showed you guys, is actually completely empty. I do still have my flip-flops here, so I have to deal with that, and I'm leaving my like shower stuff here and my towels, but all of this is my stuff, so it's gonna come with me. Then this stuff I still have to deal with, but we moved out everything that was hidden back here. And then I've got all of my like cleaning stuff that I'm gonna have to deal with. So that is looking pretty good. And I actually will probably end up showering here through like Friday. So the plumber has to actually come and fix my my shower door. So I will be sleeping here at least through Thursday night, because my mattress is gonna come on Friday, and then I will be showering here probably through Friday-ish, just because I think the plumber's gonna come on Saturday, so I have to leave some stuff here. But anyway, let's continue. So you will notice that this is now completely empty, aside from my 1 pair of shoes in case it rains, my robe, and my jacket. So this is actually gonna be pretty easy to bring over. These are still, I might end up throwing these boxes away rather than using them to move, like we're gonna find out. This is still for my internet. So this stuff and like the assorted cords that go with it are gonna come, but the TV and the table is gonna stay. And I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna leave these 2 pieces of cloth because for the next person, like this is probably where they're gonna end up putting their internet, and it's super annoying to have that light. So like I could just keep it, and if they want to throw it, like they can throw it, or I don't know, we'll see. Then, sorry, my bed is a mess. I'm actually just trying to kind of get up and go. So the stuff on here is going to have to come, but this entire corner is totally cleared out. I do have to bring over my lap table and my like dirty laundry, which yeah, I'm gonna have a washing machine as of Thursday, so we'll be able to take care of that. And then as always, I just have this thing and the stuff in here. So like in general, we made really good progress last night. So at least 1 or 2 of my friends could help me today if I need the help sort of this afternoon. I'm going to kind of see what I can get done on my own, just because I'm gonna have to make some trips back and forth anyway. But my plan for the day is I'm gonna take that first load over. I'm gonna kind of take a look at how things are, maybe start unpacking a little bit, and then I need to go to, one of my friends gave me advice for where I can get a step ladder, so I need to go and get that. And I also think I'm gonna pick up a little gas tank for my stove, because I actually have 3 gas burners on my stove. I found out yesterday that I thought the whole thing basically was gas, but it's actually the oven and 1 burner are electric, and then 3 of the burners are gas, which actually works out really well because then the gas will last me super long. So I want to pick up that so I can like get cooking, and at some point during the day I want to go get some groceries so that because like I've been eating the weirdest stuff just because I'm trying not to buy things that I'm gonna then have to move to the new place. So, and maybe do a little bit of unpacking and organizing as much as I can without having like any furniture. So let's go over. I'll show you inside the new apartment, show you the like chaos of piles that's happening, and yeah, we'll see how it's going. It's going better than expected. Okay, so I'm back at my front door now, and I've already done kind of a quick tour, so I'm just gonna show you what's been brought in. So I've got a couple of pairs of shoes here, and I've started setting up my little candle center on the mantle. And most of the stuff that we brought yesterday has just been dumped in here. So one of my goals today is to start getting as much unpacked as possible. I can at least start arranging stuff in the bedroom and in the kitchen, and then kind of move things so they're not going to be in the way when I have furniture delivered. So got this. I actually need to, before I put anything on it, I need to put the little feet back on because they fell off as we were moving it, so I just stashed them somewhere. And then got some stuff over here. I actually have started sort of unpacking and organizing. This is going to be one of my main things. I want to have the kitchen usable as quickly as possible because obviously I do a lot of cooking. You can see I've already got some stuff in here. So it definitely looks like chaos right now, but I have a lot that I can do, which is nice. This will keep me busy all day long. So I'm gonna do a little bit of unpacking and organizing, and then I'm gonna go get that stepladder, because I don't know if you can hear periodically in the background, the smoke detector is going off. You can literally hear it from like 2 floors down with the door closed. Like, it's super obnoxious. I feel so sorry for the neighbors, but the landlords didn't, I guess, see fit to just freaking change the battery. I don't even know. There it went. So definitely need to take care of that ASAP today, but I want to get a couple of things organized. Also, like, we need to take care of this. I have the wheel that fell off, but like, we need to take care of this. Also, I think I'm actually gonna literally just take the wheels off because it just unbalances it with like the weight and stuff, and because I don't actually move it, there's really no point to have the wheels. So I'm just gonna, they're gonna all come off. So yeah, I will come back later at some point with some updates. Hey guys, so it is now about 12:30 on Wednesday, and I have officially gotten everything in except for the stuff I need. So like some changes of clothes, PJs, and like shower stuff and some food. But everything else is all in my apartment. I actually got some help. My friend with a car, he actually was able to come by, and it took us about an hour. We did one trip in the car, and there were only 2 of us, so it took us a little longer to bring everything upstairs. But yeah, the rest of the stuff that's left in the house, I feel like I'm gonna be able to do in a suitcase and maybe a bag, because I've got some kitchen stuff. And like, honestly, there's so little left that if it takes me 2 trips, like, who cares? I'm not in a super big rush. I'll probably bring some stuff with me tomorrow morning when I come over, and I'll bring a lot of the rest of the stuff on Friday, and then that's basically done. So then I'll be able to start cleaning the old apartment. so let me show you the chaos as it is right now. So I'm actually hanging out in my bedroom because I've got a stepladder I'm kind of leaning against. So you can see that I've actually unloaded all of my shoes. I have like a hole for my tennis shoes, which I'm currently, actually no, I need 2 more pairs, but yeah. Also, I need to go through my shoes. Like this is a little ridiculous. So I've got empty bags over here that I have to figure out where I'm gonna store. I started unpacking this. I got all my hanging clothes up. Still gotta work on this stuff. This is becoming a little bit chaotic. I've got my stepladder. So this was my project this morning. I went out and I got this. Carrying this home along with a 6.5 kilo bottle of gas, which I will show you. Let me close some doors. Along with this, even though I had it in like a shopping caddy, oh my gosh, it was so tiring. But check it, I have all of my hanging clothes up here, which is great. I've got massive, massive piles in here. I'm gonna work on doing this now because it's only 12:30 and I'm way further along with moving than I thought it would be, so I'm gonna start organizing. So then I've got this. I'm starting to set up this like metal rack in my kitchen. So figure out, I might end up doing like an extender plug here. I'm not really sure, but it's at least like kind of set up. I actually found all 4 feet, which was not a given. We've got this stuff. I actually got my IKEA package. So I got a message today saying, hey, by the way, your IKEA package is gonna be delivered. And I just so happened to be home. It was like maybe 20 minutes after I got back from going to get my stepladder. And so this is all of my light bulbs and like multi-plug dealy bops. So I can start hooking those up. And chaos, because I was starting to unpack boxes. But I started doing, for now, like stuff is gonna move around, but for now I've got towels and stuff over here. I've got bowls. This is like the sum total of the kitchenware I actually own. And so you can tell like I'm obsessed with bowls. Like if I could just eat out of bowls, mugs, and like with spoons and chopsticks, I would be in heaven. Also, one of the things I'm most excited about, is having a freezer so I can make ice cubes, so I can make my own iced coffee. Got some mugs up here, and yeah, chaos, just chaos. But it feels good that I'm definitely making some progress. I'm gonna spend a good solid time here trying to start organize stuff. I think what I'm actually gonna do is probably put on a podcast or an audiobook and just like get going. So I will check in probably a little bit later. So if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!